Okay, in this video I'll be showing you how to set up materials inside of Unity version 5.3.4 F1. I've already got a FBX file of a simple cube. When I export or when I intend to import models inside of Unity, I typically export them as an FBX file. So let me drag in the FBX file, diffuse, normal and specular and gloss textures. What you'll notice with my specular and gloss, I've combined it into one map. Why have I done this? Because inside of Unity, at least the version that I'm using, there's no slot for a gloss map, or there's none that I'm aware of. So what I've done is, on my specular map, I've gone ahead and put my gloss map inside the alpha of the specular map. So first things first, I'm going to delete this default materials folder that has come with the FBX file. This is just the material that was assigned to your model inside the 3D package that you exported it out from. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to drag in my FBX file of my cube. Now it's gone pink. Why is it gone pink? Well, just like Blender, when objects are pink, it means they have no materials assigned to it. So very quickly, I'm just going to center all of these on the grid. There, and there you go. Okay. Now of course the pivot point is there, so I'm just going to raise it up because the pivot point wasn't on the bottom of the cube. Then I'm going to right click on this section at the bottom, and I'm going to go over to create material. Name this material whatever you want, and then drag that material onto your model. And that's just going to apply a default gray material. A couple of things that needs to be done before you start putting your materials into the appropriate slots. First thing, click on your normal map and make sure you change texture type to normal map. Uncheck this option which is create from grayscale, that tends to cause problems, and click on apply. And then click on your specular map, change it to texture as well, and check this option which says alpha from grayscale. See, it says generate textures alpha channel from grayscale. With this unchecked, it tends to cause problems. Because I've put the gloss map in the alpha of the specular, I like to check this option and click on apply. Okay, we're all done with setting up the textures themselves. Now let's click on this material object that we've created. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of options. First thing we want to look at is the shader. I'm going to choose, instead of just the standard shader or the default shader that comes, that's used when you create a new Unity project, I'm going to use standard specular setup. Because I'm using a specular map, I am not using a metallic map. That's I think PBR, so I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be using the standard specular setup. Albedo is just usually it's just a term used to for diffuse. It's another way of saying diffuse. However, apparently there are some slight differences, but I like to think of the albedo as the diffuse map. So drag in your diffuse map into the albedo, and that's pretty much your color map. So as you can see, there's the color, very basic green color. Next, I'm going to drag in my specular and gloss map into the specular slot. And as you can see, it's gotten a little bit more shiny there. As you can see, if I'll turn that off just to show you. If you want to disconnect the texture, just click on this option. Sorry, not that option, the little circle. And just select the option none. See the difference there? Now watch when I reselect it. Sorry, not that one, when I reselect it. So no specular, specular. No specular, specular. Okay. And then of course with the normal map, let's drag in my normal map over here. And as you can see, there it is. Now oddly enough, I must have forgot to model the thing on there, but there's the normal map. And everything's displaying all correctly. I believe then with the occlusion you can add in your ambient occlusion into there, and there's other slots you can put your materials into. that is the basics of how to create materials or apply materials inside of Unity.